We was drunk, and sometimes when we get drunk, we either all night or fight all night. And you know, yeah, we get physical, whatever. So
I know a lot of relationships. All they do is fight and fight. Sometimes, man, I know, man, be in a relationship so long, man, start a good fight so you can do some good. And after you get tired of good, what are they back to doing? Some good fight. So that's a lot of toxic relationship. They rap about it in the song. She's sexy, red, glow, rid of them. Talk about them toxic relationship where, you know, you beat him, he beat you, all that kind of shit.
Me and Levine, we're drunk, we get into it. I f***ed up by calling Sosa. And I'm like, yeah, we fighting, blah, 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 like, basically like, come get me. Levine went to go lay down. I go to lay down with him. When I get in the bed, Sosa calls me. Levine answers my phone. It didn't say Sosa at the top or nothing, it was just the phone number. But Levine answers the phone and you hear Sosa's voice saying, Danny, what's up? Or Danny, where you at? So I was the one that cheated first.
They are willing to throw their life away to get skeeted on and in.
That's their.
And it's obvious. All they want to do is get skeeted on and in and laugh with it with their homegirls about it. That's what we have in society now to pick from. This is the mind of the average woman. To be a groupie for something of status. I can fuck your if I want to. Look at my hair. Do you think I still can't fuck your bitch? I got status. No. I'm not talking about the bad who got money, but I'm talking about all the regular belong to me.
I cheated by calling Sosa from the jump. After Levine answered the phone, he busted my lip, broke my phone. I tried to stop him from leaving, and when he was trying to close the door, I put my hand in the way, so he accidentally slammed my hand in the door. My hand was literally hanging. My teeth were loose. It was just a whole big thing. So
in some relationships, some people like fighting and making up. I know mine and my uncle did, and then just think, man, they was and getting high together.
I stayed at Sosa's house that night. This was all at like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. So I took 2 Xanax, went to sleep. And then Sosa dropped me off back home a couple minutes later. And
a lot of men know they woman is not respectable. But it takes something like that to show how disrespectful she is.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
A lot of guys don't, they be like, yeah, I got to work on her a little bit with this.
Ooh,
I got to work on a little. But they don't know they girl is passing out things that you revere to nobody in the streets.
I would.
Your girl passing out what you hold up. You think it's something special. You showed it to your mama. You showed it to the church. The preacher got paper. The preacher can bang you. That's all I'm trying to say. A lot of you guys, you better be glad your preacher ain't banged your broad yet, because your preacher got the most money that you know. That's probably the dude who got the most money that most of the average men know. The preacher. I'm talking about know personally, that speak to him. All these women who do this stuff is just showing everybody what everybody need to know.
Greetings, you polite savages.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Ladies, gentlemen, and polite savages, you are now about to witness things that are sure to anger modern women alike. As always, we promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as we see it. So there's nothing else left to do but get on into it. Are you ready? Well, let's go.
Polite savages, this is definitely the era of 3 or 4 rappers coming in all shapes and forms and different colors. What binds all these women together is how they live their life by practicing the whole slut culture. Not only are they thoughting it up in their raps, but they're thoughting up in real life as well. Just look at Danielle Bregoli, or as known as Bhad Baby, Cash Me Outside. She's out there roaming the streets, calling the first man of status in her phone, which happens to be Chief Keef. Now, as you can tell, there's more to this story, because that bruised eye that she got from her baby daddy Levine was apparently because of this situation right here. So let me preface this and say that no man should be laying any type of hands or fists or kicking his woman, except the exception is when it's in self-defense. The best course of action to take to get away from this boorish woman is simply to walk away and pull a Jonathan Majors and run away. Now I know, polite savages, well, he still did get a misdemeanor, but hopefully you don't live in the state of New York.
When I got there, Levon was boxing his stuff up in boxes. I was crying on the floor, screaming like, please don't leave me, our family, please don't leave me. So he left his stuff. He ends up going to stay at a hotel for 2 weeks. And in these 2 weeks that he's gone, he meets Alabama.
I was also not aware that was her baby daddy, hence these text messages I'm about to show you. Then he texted me this is the first time I met him. So I end up sending him his own Instagram. I said, this isn't you, right? Because if so, I'm tripping. I'm not looking to wreck anybody's home or family. I don't get any cool points from that, and I don't benefit from it at all. I also would never date this man.
Oh, this is getting so messy. Is that not Alabama right there? Y'all tell me that's not Alabama laid up with Bhad Baby's baby father. How you gonna explain this one, girl? Bruh, if I was Alabama, I probably would have deleted my account by now. Because the amount of receipts that are popping up now, after Bhad Baby exposed her dumb ass, that's what she never misses when it comes to messing with her friends' mans.
I'm gonna mess up something good, and the bond we have is irreplaceable. Gaslighting and manipulating the situation again. Then I told him to tell her how he's in love with me because he continuously said it to me. And he came to my house when I was getting a tattoo and took this picture because he's a weirdo. Don't deny laying on him, and mind you, he has told me multiple times at this point that they are not together. I then sent Danielle all the messages, and she later on then told me that she believed me. The situation is honestly unfortunate, and it goes against my morals as a woman. My intentions are never to break a family apart. That is the lowest of the barrel. Believe me or don't believe me, that's just disgusting.
Like for real, and you cannot say this is not you. Y'all zoom in. This is definition of not being a girl's girl. And I always knew it was something about Alabama. When it comes to man, baby, she gonna be running. She gonna be running like the mother Flash. Knowing your friend is battling cancer, you're laid up with her man. Not even her man, her baby father. And then you come on the internet and you try to play victim. She's over here talking about it's always two sides to a story. Meanwhile, that's her side. Laying up with her baby daddy.
And what it shows us is that these ladies love it when they get with these dudes that do no good. These ladies really got a type as they keep going for the bad boys, exemplifying their poor choices in the men they tie themselves down to and have their baby with. It's truly sick, it's twisted, and it's downright hideous. Because these type of ladies, these influencers, these thought rappers, are the same ones to be influencing your children, your nieces, your sisters, and even the mothers out there, churning out one single mother at a time, just as Bhad Baby is now a single mother herself. Them 304 raps, them dark arts is truly where reality is stranger than fiction and life imitates art. Alabama Barker happens to be the daughter of the famous drummer Travis Barker of Blink-182. I've been trying to tell you, polite savages. The 304 rap is making a way around its rounds, infecting the minds of all young women all around. From overseas to domestic over here, where the children, the famous peeps, are not even safe and sound, away from transitioning into the next 304 thought rapper replicating Pound Town.
We then went to Vegas, and that's when he had alcohol and he threw the bottle at me. I tried to catch it, broke my nail, and it hit me in the head. But once again, I don't know what he was truly thinking when he did that. Later then found out that that was her boyfriend and baby's father. And it was just crazy and disheartening and such an ugly position to be in, especially after feelings were involved.
I'm on the phone with Levon and I'm texting Bama like, Bama, call me now. Like, what the why am I hearing something about you and my baby daddy? And she's like, what? No, never. And I'm like, girl, what? Like, be real with me. So she calls me and she's like, yeah, we met and we exchanged numbers, but that was it. We linked each other a couple times, but we never had sex. It wasn't like that. Like, he lied to me and told me that he wasn't him. First of all, he has my name tattooed on his neck. Like, how the are you going to say that he told you it wasn't him when you could have easily figured out it was him? Levon didn't tell me the truth, nor did Alabama tell me the truth.
He continuously lied to me, telling me that they were not together, that he's moving out of the house that they live in together, and that they had like no more dealings with each other and it was just business related. Sadly, I fell for his manipulative lies, and after I told him I no longer want communication with him, he continuously tried to talk to me and just put me in a very uncomfortable position. I'm not going to disregard my faults in this situation. I definitely feel like there were certain things I could have went about differently, but
watching her live her life like she's not a homewrecker, like she didn't cause me so many problems. I was a postpartum mom going through cancer, finding out that my boyfriend was cheating on me. My baby daddy was cheating on me. She just rushed, and this is not the first time she's done this to a girl.
Well, these two ladies seem to got a type. And unfortunately, we got to stereotype most of these modern women out here, where they're looking for that bad boy, ready to destroy their own wombs and their own lives, and their prospects of being a wife to a good man, stupidly getting breeded by no good dudes, and destroying all chances of potential prospects of being a proper wifey to an upstanding and thorough man of means. Now you know, polite savages, it's part of my duty as Scotty to educate you a little bit with a new word of the day.
Hybristophilia. It's a type of paraphilia that involves an attraction to extremely violent criminals or a person who has committed a gruesome crime. Some people call it bad boy syndrome, but the motives of hybristophiliacs vary from person to person.
But if we look at the generic definition produced to us by Google Gemini the AI, hybristophilia is a paraphilia or sexual interest in people who have committed crimes, who's cheated, lied, or have known to have been unfaithful. And this is what we see from the 304 struggle rappers. They're out there producing an ideology that is going downhill fast. It's not gonna last, and the last thing they're gonna be doing is becoming single mothers themselves by promoting this whole slut thought culture, where some of the women out there have weak wills will fall prey under the spell of the 304 rappers. The blind leading the blind and blindly leading this ideology of promiscuity and downright stupidity. The ladies not know what they do and need to go under a man to make sure that she's being led right. What we see with the slut culture, that it breeds only chaos. For any woman that comes across and falls under the spell of believing using their sexuality, their assets, their boobies, their cookies, their goodies, in attracting love and wealth, when they're really getting is broke no good dudes and compromising their health by increasing their chances of getting STDs, ruined reputations, damaged and tarnished public images, thereby leading and possibly creating more children, where these children of having to deal with the consequences, ramifications, repercussions of wannabe 304 thought rappers, the fans, creating a new generation of single mothers believing that they can do it all by themselves.
That's all I got for you, you polite savages. Like and subscribe, hit us up on all social media networks.
We found true happiness